All right, guys, making here another video, power rankings heading to week 17 edition. A lot of changes. We have teams that I really didn't believe in, like the Jaguars, but I did also say that Trevor Lawrence was a dark horse to win MVP. Last week, I said, hey, if you think they're being Denver Broncos, take Trevor Lawrence to win MVP because he's probably going to be up there. His odds are going to change drastically. And I think after that win against the Denver Broncos, it changed drastically. But let's talk about that later. If you're not following or liking this video or subscribing to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. I'm almost at 300. Can I get to 300 by the end of the year? I just need 3 more. I mean a lot to me, guys. Thank you. Let's start at number 18. I'm not doing top 20 anymore because, I mean, who gives a fuck about the Chiefs? And who gives a fuck about whoever just got eliminated as well today? No one cares about these teams, right? So Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they just lost again. I mean, they're on a huge slide. They looked great to start the year. Then injuries happen. Mike Evans is throwing tantrums because they're losing games. You saw it versus Atlanta. Then you saw it against Carolina where he slammed his helmet on the grass after the interception by Baker Mayfield. I mean, they took control of the game early. They were up 10-3 to start the game. They should have been up 14-3. They had a goal line situation where they ended up kicking a field goal. But Carolina, they showed resistance and they played well, but also shows that how bad Tampa Bay's defense is. Tampa Bay's defense is fucking garbage. It's been garbage. I've been saying it. They're bad, bro. They're really bad. And you can't win games when you can't get stops. And I know this game was kind of low scoring. It was like 23-20. But again, like if how are you supposed to be contending for any NFC relevance if you're giving up 23 points to Bryce Young? And that's just what it is. So I gotta put them at 18. They're the worst team of the eligible teams to be that are left. They're the worst team by far, right? I think they're by far the worst team. 17 is Indianapolis Colts. I guess them and the Panthers, but Panthers are winning and they actually have some good mojo. They beat the Rams, right? They lost to the Saints again, but they've had good mojo going where they're at least not a huge skid. At 17, the Indianapolis Colts, they play tomorrow versus the San Fran 49ers. But I think this game will be closer than a lot of people think. I think Phillip Rivers is going to dissect that Robert Saleh defense that has a bunch of rookies and second-year players, and they suck. Their defense is fucking terrible. Their defense is really bad, the San Fran 49ers. We just saw Tennessee Titans have 20-plus points on it and should have like 34 points on them if Cam Ward didn't miss 2 wide open guys down the sideline. I think one of them was DK down the sideline at the end of the first half. But you got to put the Colts at 17 here. Phillip Rivers, he's going to play well again. He's my guy. I love the dude. But what else can you say? They're hanging out on a fringe too. They need to win out and they need some luck, but they need to win out and win this game for San Fran. It's a big game for them. At number 16, Baltimore Ravens. I mean, they just lost Lamar Jackson, who got hurt with a back injury. Their defense is fucking allergic. I know I've been saying every single defense is bad, but I mean, this defense is fucking terrible. Terrible. I mean, their defense is atrocious. I don't even know why do you even sign these big names like Roquan Smith and Marlon Humphrey? Like, what's the point? These guys, they don't help the team at all. I know there's those 2 guys of the 11, but Wiggins, like why are these guys so bad all of a sudden? I mean, do we need to fire the defensive coordinator, whoever he is? But the Ravens, they have troubles. Lamar Jackson got injured. They brought in Snoop Huntley or Tyler Huntley, and he didn't play as bad as I thought he was going to be. But you have to put him at 16 here because they have a very low chance of making the playoffs. The Steelers, I think if they win out or if they win one more game, which is against the Browns next week, they're in the playoffs. And that basically shoots the Ravens in the foot. So if Tyler Huntley's starting next week, it'll show that like, hey, all right, this doesn't mean anything anymore. We're over it. We're sick. They play Green Bay Packers. We're sick of freaking what's going on in Baltimore. Let's just pack it up for next season. Then the AFC will have no Mahomes and no Lamar Jackson. Wow, it's looking dreadful. At 15 is the Detroit Lions. I couldn't move them because I think these other teams got worse. I think they got way worse. So I couldn't move them, and I put them I leave them at 15 because they're bad. I mean, their offense is bad. I mean, ever since Campbell came to call plays, awful. I mean, I think I said this already. I told my friend, like, would you rather keep Ben Johnson or Dan Campbell and fire Dan Campbell? And he goes, no way. I love Dan Campbell. I'm like, you're an idiot. Ben Johnson's the guy, and he's showing it. So they had an excruciating game today where they were down the whole game, and people feel like they got cheated because of the Amon-Ra pushing off at the end zone and with the lateral to Jared Goff to score. They felt like they got cheated, but he pushed off. I mean, what else is you gonna say? He pushed off. He pushed off. So you can't really say anything about it. They have literally damn near no chance of making the playoffs, I believe. I think the only way they can make the playoffs is if Green Bay loses to Tyler Huntley, and that's pretty unlikely. Pretty unlikely. So you have the Detroit Lions. They have an outside shot. I mean, the Jared Goff, they need to figure that problem out. Do you want him as quarterback? Do you not want him as quarterback? I mean, I think it's time to move on from Jared Goff. I know the Detroit fans love him. I know people that think I'm crazy, but hey, your objective is to win Super Bowls. And if you're paying a crappy quarterback $40 million, $50 million, you have no chance of winning that Super Bowl because that's such a liability on your books, into your budget, and into your cap space. And you can't have that. You could pay 3 good players for Jared Goff's salary, and you could hire like some random no name like Mac Jones earlier this year and pay him $10 million, $5 million, and basically get the same productivity as Jared Goff. And he's probably even better than Jared Goff. He's probably on the same level as Jared Goff. But like that's what I'm saying though. Like you can get these guys, you can get these type of guys later on. Like oh, we gave up on him. Like a Will Levis, we gave up on him. Let's plug him and play in this system. And they paid that guy, Jared Goff, who they didn't want him. They were like, hey, we should tank for Caleb Williams. They didn't think that he was going to be the starter. And then he started playing well, 5-game win streak like 2 years ago or 3 years ago to end the year. And they're like, hey, let's keep Jared Goff for another year. And then they end up going on a great run last year and lost to the Commanders. But again, Detroit Lions, I don't know what they're going to do. They need a miracle to happen. And yeah. At 14, Carolina Panthers. I mean, they're winning games. What can you say? They're winning games. They lose to the shitty teams and they beat the decent teams and the really good teams and the Rams. Bryce Young. I mean, this guy is the model of inconsistency. He plays well when you need him to, and he plays bad when you need him to play bad to play well. So I don't know. Their defense really, really stifled the Tampa Bay offense. I mean, they couldn't get a third down to save their lives today. Carolina Panthers, Rico Dowdle played. Torrin McMillan, I think he's running away with that offensive rookie of the year. He's playing very well. He's playing exceptional as a number 1 target on the team. Bryce Young had a gorgeous throw to Coker late in the game, 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 6 or whatever it was. And he basically got him to field goal range. He played very well today. He didn't turn the ball over. Also had some nice scrambles in the pocket. But I mean, Tampa Bay defense is fucking terrible. They're awful. They are so bad, and it makes me wonder, like, why the hell? Why are you guys paying these players? Like, why are we paying these players? I don't understand. Like Levante David, because he's been there for 500 years. Do you have to pay him money? Like, come on. Like, let's move on. We're here. It's about the now. It's about the future. Who cares about the past? Past is over with, right? And number 13. 14 Carolina Panthers, right? 13 Green Bay Packers. I had them as my number 1 team. When you lose Jordan Love, you lose Tucker Kraft, you lose Micah Parsons, you lose Jaden Reed, you lose Christian Watson, you just lose a lot of guys. It's hard to compete, and they have an injury-riddled season. There should be a top 3 team, top 2 team in the NFL right now, but they're not because of their injury woes. And it's sad because they're playing Malik Willis, and even though Malik Willis didn't play bad against the Bears, he's fucking Malik Willis. And I hate Malik Willis. I don't like him. And you're going to say I'm racist or whatever? No, I lost money. I put like $8,000 on him on the over them versus the Ravens at like 42.5 in London. And they had 41 points and he had goal line, 1st and goal at the 1 or 2. And this guy took a 20-yard sack, right? He took a 20-yard sack. And I'm like, what are you fucking doing, bro? It's fucking first. It's 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Take an 18-yard sack. Now it's 2nd and 20. Stupid. So anyways, that's why I don't like the guy. Tajay Spears was carrying them that game too. But anyways, they have this guy, Malik Willis, who's I mean, Jordan Love's much better. And I think Dan Orlovsky said it best. Like Matt LaFleur keeps trying to baby Jordan Love. You can't baby him. You need to let this guy throw. You pay him a lot of money to be the guy. You cannot baby this dude. You cannot I don't know. You cannot just do what you cannot do what they've been doing with Jordan Love, and you need to let him throw. Dude, this guy was electric at Utah State. And I know it's Utah State. It's a Mountain West team, not even a Power 5 team, but he was electric there. And you see moments, you're like, holy fuck, this guy might be the best quarterback in the NFL. Like when he played that when he played the Dallas Cowboys in that playoff game, or when he played against San Fran. Like you're like, holy fuck, this guy might be the best. This guy's so talented. He might be the best player in quarterback in the NFL. But then he regresses so much. And you're like, what the fuck's this guy doing? He's tearing his labrum. He's having shoulder joint problems. He's being a queer. Like you don't want that. You don't want that. You want them to play better. And I think that Green Bay is just not their year this year. And they can still make the playoffs. Jordan Love can't come back from his concussion that he just suffered against Chicago. But what else can you say about it? I mean, they have no Micah Parsons. Their defense has just no pressure anymore. They were barely getting pressure with Micah Parsons, and now they're getting no pressure without Micah Parsons. Um, their offense, uh, is okay. It's decent. It should be better with what they have, but you got to put them at 13. At number 12, Pittsburgh Steelers. They are playing very well. Aaron Rodgers is playing very, very well, right? 10 years ago, my favorite play in history, Rodgers to Rodgers, right? Motown Miracle happened 10 years ago, not to the exact date, but in December. Pittsburgh Steelers, Aaron Rodgers went over there, and then there was almost a reverse Motown Miracle for the Lions against Aaron Rodgers. And the football god said, waves, offsetting penalties, game's over, whatever they said. It was actually just like offensive PI, but I'm just saying like it's over, like penalty decline. No, we're not giving you the win. Detroit, have fun in Cancun. But Aaron Rodgers played amazing today. I mean, he was classic Aaron Rodgers, just dissecting the defense. Had a gorgeous throw to Valdez-Scantling where MVS just missed it barely, like a 40-yard, 50-yard play right before the half. Didn't matter because Gainwell answers right back. Gets a big touchdown right to end the half. That swayed the game because, I mean, it was supposed to be a PI, and then everybody thought he was down at the 3-yard line when he caught it, but he wasn't touched, and he went to score. That's Kenneth Gainwell right there for you. Kenneth Gainwell played a hell of a game today. They are a good team. Their defense is not the greatest. I'll say that. But again, whose defense is the greatest this year? The Pittsburgh Steelers, their offense, I mean, if they control the ball, they just run with Jaylen Warren, who had a big game today too. And they can play action with Aaron Rodgers to Jonnu Smith, Aaron Rodgers to Pat Freiermuth, to DK Metcalf, to Calvin Austin. If he can just find these guys where they're open and be the like 70% or 60% of the old Aaron Rodgers, the vintage most talented quarterback in NFL history, Aaron Rodgers, they have a good chance. They have a really good chance. They're probably going to I mean, I could see them representing the AFC. I think the AFC is fucking terrible. And I think they can represent the AFC in the Super Bowl this year. At 11, it's the Chargers. The Chargers, only reason why I have them ahead of them is because I should have had them ahead before, but I was skeptical as a Chargers fan. They're not that good, but they win games and they're doing it. I think that's just the Jim Harbaugh way. Like, hey, like we're not like maybe we have that this time. Usually the Chargers fans, we're always the better team, but we just lose games. But now we're the worst team and we're winning games. So it feels kind of good to be on this side of the spectrum, right? And the Chargers, Justin Herbert balled out today, had a nice like 40-yard, 30-yard run to basically like break the hearts of the Dallas Cowboys, whose hearts were already broken because they already eliminated with the Eagles winning against the Commanders on was it Saturday? So you have to put the Chargers at 11. I mean, they're playing well. Keenan Allen got a nice game today. Quentin Johnson played well. Ladd McConkey had a 30-yard touchdown. Granted, again, Cowboys defense isn't that good, but the Chargers, I mean, their defense is average. It's average for the 2010s because I said this thing on a video, my Phillip Rivers video that I made. If you guys want to go check that out on my channel, I said that defenses before, like in the 2010s, were way better than defenses now. Maybe the offense is just that much better, or you can't touch anybody anymore. You can't get illegal contact downfield, hands to the face, whatever they call now. It's a lot less. It's a lot more ticky tack than it was in 2010s. But I mean, these guys can't guard a fucking soul anymore. Maybe the player just got that much better, than that much more elite. But I mean, you see Phillip Rivers, though, like coming back after 5 years, just dissecting the Seattle defense, who's the number one defense in the NFL. So I don't know. I got to put the Chargers at 11. They're a good team. They're a very good team. Can they win the Super Bowl this year? Probably not, but we'll put them at 11. At 10 is the Philadelphia Eagles. They moved down 2 spots because I think I just had them a little bit too high. And especially it's not them losing really to the Chargers, because I think they're the better team than the Chargers, and Jalen Hurts just played like a fucking idiot. But I think that they are a good team. I think they are a good team, but I think the 2 teams that I put above them, deservingly so, needs to be above them because of the win streak they have and how well they're playing. But the Eagles here at number 10, it just makes sense. I mean, you have Jalen Hurts, who's, let's say he's not playing the best, but he's getting the job done now where he's beating a Commanders team where they were down early in the first half. They were down early, and he played well enough to lead them to a win. And then Tank Bigsby had a nice run, and then Saquon had a very, very nice run as well. But all in all, it was a good game by the Eagles. Their defense is really good. That's a team that has good defense. Their defense is really good, even though they gave up a late touchdown to C-Rod to end the game. But their defense is good, and their defense is elite. But you have to put them at number 10. At number 9, San Fran 49ers. They haven't played yet. They play tomorrow versus the Colts, so I can't really put them anywhere, but expect them to be in a close game versus the Colts because I don't think their defense can hold up against the Colts offense, whose rushing game as well. They rush well. Phillip Rivers is a freaking magician back there at 44. I don't give a fuck. At 44, he's a magician back there. We'll see what San Fran does with Brock Purdy. Will the Colts defense continue to step up? We don't know. At number 8, Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills just played a game against the Cleveland Browns where they basically slept walk through. I mean, they let Shedeur Sanders do whatever they want. But again, the Buffalo Bills are bad. They're really bad. But Josh Allen is just that good to make them good. I told you, they will be the worst team in the NFL. If they had Tyrod Taylor, if they had like Blake Bortles, if they had quarterbacks that are just like average or like a little bit like Justin Fields, a little bit below average, Brock Purdy, this team would be fucking awful, like terrible. They have a good old line play, and they have like 2 decent tight ends, right? Dalton Kincaid's like a decent tight end, and then Dawson Knox a decent tight end. Jackson Hawes is playing well, and everything else is just James Cook and Josh Allen, and that's basically it. That's their whole team, and this guy Josh Allen, you want to talk about winning MVP. This guy should win it every year. I mean, talking about being the most valuable player on a shit team, that's Josh Allen. I mean, he's that good, but their defense is fucking awful. It's so bad. They can't guard anyone. They give up big runs. They're not good. They're not good. I can't see them representing the AFC just because their defense is that bad. I'm like, how can they stop these elite offenses? How can they stop the Chargers for 3 downs? How can they? Because everybody on the Chargers offensively, the receiving core can get open. Quentin Johnson gets open, right? Lambert Smith gets open. Keenan Allen obviously gets open. Who else is it? Ladd McConkey gets open. All these guys get open. How are they going to stop them? Right? You saw them struggle with the Bengals with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Andres Yusovash. You saw them struggle with that, but yeah. 7, Denver Broncos. They moved down. Their defense, I swear to God, these Broncos fans for the last 6 weeks, they're getting on my nerve. They're telling me the Broncos their defense is elite. Ha ha ha! You say their defense sucks? Ha ha ha! They're number 2 in total defensive rating. Ha ha! What are you talking about? I said, just watch the game, man. Just watch the game. And exactly what I'm talking about. Trevor Lawrence diced them up. He diced pineapples them up. I swear to God, I'm like, dude, Trevor Lawrence smoked this defense. Pat Surtain, who? Where is Pat Surtain? Where is Pat Surtain? I don't see him. Yeah, where is Bonito? Where is Bonito? I don't see him. Where is Riley Moss? Riley Moss, where are you? I can't find these guys. I found Riley Moss. He was getting destroyed by Washington and Jacoby Myers the whole game. I found him. But again, where are this elite defense that I saw? And you know who actually played well today? Even though he threw a couple picks, Bo Nix. Bo Nix played well today. I like the way Bo Nix played. He probably should have found Courtland Sutton a little bit more, but he played well. He kill his receiver, Pat Bryant? Obviously, he did at the end of the game. Unnecessary throw by Bo Nix, but that's the inaccuracy in him. You know, if you put that on him where his feet are on the ground, he can go down. Excuse me. He can go down quicker. No homo. And um, Bo Nix just overthrows people. So I mean, so Pat Bryant had a freaking Luke Sky walk up there to go find the ball, and yeah. But again, Denver Broncos are good. They're a good team. They represent the AFC. I mean, I don't understand how their offense is this bad. I mean, they need to stop running the ball. Their run game is terrible. Right? Since J.K. Dobbins been out, their run game is fucking awful. I don't care that Harvey had like a 20-yard touchdown to start the half. I don't care. Their run game is awful. It's terrible. Just throw your fucking check downs, right? Throw your check downs to Troutman. Throw your checks down to Evan Ingram. Throw your checks down to Harvey. Just go through. That's your run game. The same way that Tom Brady in, I think it was 2018, where he didn't have a run game, where his best running back was like fucking Dion Lewis, maybe like 2016. His best running back was like Dion Lewis. They didn't have a run game. Just, hey, we'll just dink the ball down to you and dink the ball down to freaking Julian Edelman. That should be their run game. That's the extension of the run game, is what the professionals say. So that's what they need to do. They need to stop running the ball. I mean, it's a joke. Their run game's awful. Bo Nix, I mean, I hate on Bo Nix because I know he's inconsistent and I know he's not that good, but he's been playing well last two weeks. I like the throw he made to Troy Franklin. I like the throw that he made to Cortland Sutton a couple of times, especially the touchdown throw he had was nice. They have to be better in the red zone, though. They have to be better in the red zone. Can they lead? They're going to be playing the Chargers in week 17 or week 18 for the AFC West divisional championship. So that'll be a fun game to watch, but you got to put the Denver Broncos at 7. At 6 is the Houston Texans. The Texans are a very good team, right? Even though the Broncos beat the Texans are a good team. They walked through that game against who they play? The Raiders. They walked through that game. But again, they did what they had to do to win the game. They're up. They're never really like, oh, we might lose this game. And there's never that like moment, even though the Raiders are up like 14-13 or 7-3 to start the game, whatever it was. There was never a moment where you're like, okay, this we have to be cautious now. They just played their game. They did what they did. They played well. And even though their defense gave up a 60-yard touchdown, receiving touchdown on a wheel route to Ashton Genty, they played well. I mean, they deserve to be at number 6. Their defense is that good. They're that elite. You have to put them at number 6. Number 5 is Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm moving up from 11 to 5. They have no more Travis Hunter, and it's been beneficial for them. I don't know what happened, what he's doing. Maybe his girlfriend's coming around or his wife's coming around. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. But again, they are playing better. And Trevor Lawrence, I said it. MVP last week. I said, hey, if you guys like Trevor Lawrence, if you guys think Jacksonville's going to beat Denver Broncos, you have to put Trevor Lawrence to win MVP because he's on like a 6-game or 7-game winning streak right now. He's been balling out. He had 4 touchdowns or 5 touchdowns a day or 4, whatever it was. And then he had 5 touchdowns last week. He is putting up numbers. He's making that late push, right? It's like horse racing. It's the end, right? It's a straight line now. And freaking this guy is fucking whipping his horse. He's whipping his horse to freaking try to be in first. And Liam Cohen and the company are obliging. Just let him do whatever you want. They barely ran the ball today. Even when they ran the ball, they ran it well. Denver defense is terrible. But the Jaguars, their offense is playing well. They gave him a lot of time to throw today. They gave him a lot of time to throw. And they're on a nice win streak. You have to put them above right now the Houston Texans just because of the strength of schedule of them beating the Denver Broncos in Denver is much better than whatever the what was his name? It's better than whatever the Texans did, right? They just beat the Raiders, so I had to put them there. They're 1-1 in the head-to-head, even though the one that was most reasonable or most recent is the Davis Mills comeback against the Jaguars, where they came back after a double-digit deficit in the first half. But you have to put them at number 5. They're playing well. They could probably even sneak into like the number 2 seed, right? I think that is actually possible for them. They can sneak in for the number 2 seed. Yeah, because they have 11 wins, and I guess they really can't. I guess they can. They can if the Broncos lose against the Chargers, they'll be the 2 seed, and the Chargers will be the 3 seed, right? Because they have they've beat them this year, huh? And they beat the Denver Broncos. Whatever it is, they're a good team. You got to put them there. Number 4, Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears. I mean, Caleb Williams. Welcome to the NFL. You know that Will Ferrell movie, The Campaign, with Zach Galifianakis, and he just said some he just did a speech on the podium. He goes to sit down when they're doing their debate. They're side by side. He freaking flips his towel. He goes, "Welcome to the fucking show." That's what he did to Zach Galifianakis. That's what Caleb Williams did to the NFL right there, right? That's what he did. He's a beast. Caleb Williams, a monster. He was like this at USC. People hate him. Why is he the first overall pick? Jaden Daniels is so much better. Jaden Daniels not even the third, or maybe he might be the fourth best quarterback in that draft. But why is Caleb Williams? Why is Caleb Williams not number one seed? Why is he that good? Why do people think he's good? You see what he did at USC in this last year? He wasn't that good at USC. Stop, man. Caleb Williams is a very good player. I know he paints his fingernails and it's a little gay. It's a little gay. Who cares? Right? To each their own. Unless it's the Chargers quarterback, then I'm like, I can't even be a fan anymore. But hey, that's me. But the Caleb Williams, he plays well. I mean, this guy's a winner, bro. He's a winner, and that's what you want. If you want a quarterback, you want a winner. And this is a guy. Can you imagine? Just imagine this. This guy will be getting paid like $50, $60 million a year, and he will be getting paid like $5 or $6 million more a year than Brock Purdy and Jared Goff. Can you imagine that? Like, this guy is leaps and bounds of talent above them. This guy, is he as talented as Josh Allen? I don't know. But he's because Josh Allen's the guy's a freak. Josh Allen's is as talented as almost as Aaron Rodgers. Like he's that special, Josh Allen. But Caleb Williams, I mean, this guy was even his incompletions were just drop passes. I mean, if you watch the game versus the Green Bay, I mean, this guy's hitting Zacchaeus in the face mask. This guy's hitting DJ Moore. DJ Moore can't catch a ball to save his life unless it's the game-winning touchdown, right? He can't catch a ball to save his life. I don't know what the fuck Roma Dunze is. Their team, they dropped a lot of balls. I mean, they have a great run game with Monungai from Rutgers, who was doing this at Rutgers, and people were surprised. Like, at Rutgers, this guy was a fucking bully. He was just bullying people in the D tackles in the hole, freaking smashing 2 or 3 of them. He's a bully. I mean, that's how good freaking what's his name is Kyle Monungai is, and then DeAndre Swift also. You don't forget about him, and you call him Unc or whatever. He's not even that old. This guy, he's a very, very good back as well. I mean, he used to split carries back in the day with Nick Chubb and Sony Michel. And he was as a freshman, he was the third back at Georgia. So he knows how to be that. He knows that change of pace works, right? You got Nick Chubb, the fast running back. You have Sony Michel, the bruiser at Georgia. And then DeAndre Swift, that jitterbug lightning back, a little bit faster than Nick Chubb back in the day. Or did I say DeAndre Swift? Yeah, DeAndre Swift a little bit faster than Nick Chubb back in the day. And he knows about that change of pace, that it works, right? The Reggie Bush, Lando White, the lightning and thunder. And it's working right now. And it's working. That's what I like about the Chicago Bears. They have a good team. Their defense is opportunistic. They give up a lot of yards, yes, but they do not give up touchdowns. And that's all that really matters. If you're scoring field goals, who cares? Who cares? Give up 4 70-yard drives for field goals. NFL teams would love it. That's 12 points only. Take it. Keep the change. At number 3, New England Patriots. They played very well today. They balled out. They played very well. You have to give it for the New England Patriots. They are a good team. They are a good team. Drake May played exceptional. I think Stephon Diggs in the postgame said, he reminds me of Tom Brady. No, he does not. He does not. You know who he reminds me? Because the other thing about this, Drake May, even though he makes plays with his legs and he's good at it, he's good at it. He just got good at it though. Like this is. He used to be, I'm gonna take a sack. I'm gonna try to evade this and not keep my eyes up. Keep my eyes down the field. I'm gonna try to evade this and run the ball. You know who he reminded me of? Like when he first started was like Mariota. That's what he reminded me of. But now, who he's playing like, I can see. Like a Russell Wilson, like a tall Russell Wilson, like in Seattle when he was actually good, like where he kept his eyes down the field, made some scrambles, made some nice plays, but was also accurate in the pocket. That's what he kind of reminds me of. It's like a little bit taller Russell Wilson. I know people are like, what? Russell Wilson's black, bro. I know what you guys are going to say, okay? I understand. I don't see color. I don't see it unless it's Malik Willis. But again, Drake May, he's a good quarterback. He's a very good quarterback. He's a system quarterback right now, though. That's the thing. He's a system quarterback. It looks good. It looks good in what they're doing. But he will evolve later on, maybe next year, and take that leap to be that top 4 or 5 guy. I mean, this guy at North Carolina was very talented, right? And he's showing like he was supposed to be the second quarterback taken behind Caleb Williams. I mean, this guy is electric. But again, they're at number 3. New England Patriots played well today. Had a nice comeback victory against the Tyler Huntley-led Ravens. So you got to put them at number 3. At number 2, we have the Los Angeles Rams. What a game. What a game. What a game. They were the better team this time. I thought the first time they played against the Seahawks, that the Seahawks were better. Yes, because they had 4 turnovers and had a chance to win the game. This time, I thought the Rams were better. And then they lost the game. I mean, I think they outgained them by 150 yards, the same way Seattle outgained LA Rams last time. These 2 teams are the best 2 teams in the NFL. If there was like power rankings of like 1 and 2, they're like 1 through 7, and then the rest of the NFL. That's what it is. These 2 teams are the best teams in the NFL. It's not even close. It's not close. They can do everything. They played decent. I mean, the Rams played decent defense, but their offense is just freaking a juggernaut. I mean, especially when Devontae Adams comes back. They know Devontae Adams against who did they play? The Seahawks. They had no Devontae Adams against the Seahawks. So a lot of eyes were on Puka Nacua, and Puka Nacua said, "Fuck it, fuck it. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna do my celly," which he should have fucking done. Fucking pussy. I see freaking receivers over here kicking down invisible doors, spraying with two Glocks, two Ninas, two 9s, freaking spraying people like this, opening the door of a house, invisible door of an invisible house, killing invisible hoes and shotties and smoking them, and then freaking doing nothing about it. And then that's not a freaking apology, but that's not a fine. That's nothing. Who cares about it? But if I do this and do something that's a little slighted, not even know if it's an insult, and anti-Semitic is a crazy statement to say, right? But they wanted to say it. Hey, all right, whatever. He apologized to it. Crazy to me. But again, Puka Nacua played well. He played well. Also, there to say they're the number 2 team right now. Number 1, it's going to be Seahawks versus who are they playing against? Seahawks versus Niners in the last week for the number 1 seed. That's what's going to be. Number 1 is Seattle Seahawks. Excuse me. Seattle Seahawks, they played very well. Sam Darnold is a turnover machine, but I love him. He's a good player. He didn't lead any of those touchdowns, lead any of the comeback at all. But in overtime, he showed out. I mean, nice Smith and Jigba, nice pass to Cooper Kupp, nice 2-point conversion, nice Smith and Jigba touchdown at the end, in the back of the end zone. He played well on that last drive where it mattered most, and I thought he looked a little bit more comfortable in the fourth quarter, leading on to the overtime. And he played well. They're the best team in the NFL right now. They're going to be the number 1 seed in the NFC if they beat San Fran the last week. They're a good team. I mean, you can't really hate on freaking Seattle. I mean, I called it from the beginning. I mean, if you watched any of my older videos, I literally said Matt Stafford's going to win MVP. This is out of week 3 or 4 when I said this. Matt Stafford's going to win MVP because their team is just too good and their schedule sucks. And Seattle Seahawks, if you want to put a flyer on an MVP, is Sam Darnold, but they're going to win 14 games because their schedule sucks. And that's just the truth. So they have to be at number 1. Them and the Rams are number 1 or number 2. You could flip-flop them. I don't care. They're both really, really good teams, but they're right there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Thank